Who wants to play Mermaids? So I was going through that one part of Snapchat that no one dares to ever go, the Discover page, and I stumbled across something interesting. A show called My Radical Life, exclusive to Snapchat and Facebook. It's essentially just, I don't know, it's Worm Man, but like a little tamer. This video won't necessarily make you gag. So I came across I'm a Real Life Mermaid. Facebook's collection of My Radical Life isn't quite as updated as Snapchat. Clearly this is their kind of flagship series. Let's just see who the real life mermaid is. Let's take a deep dive. Let's take a deep dive into what it's like to be a real life mermaid.
Being a mermaid can be very expensive. My name's Brandy Anthony and I am a real life mermaid. There's mermaids in every country, in every state.
That seems a little optimistic.
You just might not realize that they're there yet. We are all loving and all accepting of all people and all fish.
How can you be intolerant of fish? Are there racist mermaids? Oh well, no, I guess they're tolerant of all fish. I'm a little confused on what constitutes like tolerating fish. I feel like I tolerate fish pretty well, considering I don't have a shellfish allergy.
For me, putting a tail on just kind of feels like I'm not such a stranger to the environment I'm in. I'm fluid, I'm streamlined, and I'm able to get where I want to go in there.
You know what else does the same thing? A boat? Maybe those like scuba fins? Learning to swim? I feel like tying your legs together into this like rubber straitjacket just so you can like through the water is just a little, I don't know, ridiculous, inefficient.
I would definitely say a huge appeal about being a mermaid is that you can create this identity, that you can change your hair color or you can put on all these fun things and accessorize yourself, and you don't really get to do that in everyday society.
Oh yeah, you totally can't dye your hair and accessorize in everyday society. Look at any alt person ever. Now does putting on a fin and like swimming around in a swimming pool make you feel more confident? Sure. But to say that you can't do that stuff in everyday society, that's just wrong. And it's not like you're going to dye your hair and then not have that in everyday society. That's a semi-permanent process.
A lot of the funny comments come from the kids. Just the things that they want to ask you, the things that they believe in, are very entertaining.
So is that a real tail? No. You saw me walk? I drove here. Do you know Ariel? Kid, I drive a Honda Accord. I don't know who you're playing here.
I've been asked to do some kind of weirder things, which I've declined to do.
Someone asked you to have sex in a pool, didn't they? Don't lie. Who hurt you? What dad came out in his Speedo and was like, hey, you ready to get down to business? Are you a real life mermaid?
My journey in becoming a mermaid was not your conventional...
Did you see that trident? Damn, that was clean. Hold on, wait, can I do that? You're damn right I can. Damn, that was clean.
I was broadcasting on an app called Periscope, and I thought, how can I make this more interesting? So I just did a quick Google search on Mermaid Tails. I ended up buying just a little fabric mermaid tail. I did a live stream, and there was 20,000 people there.
Hold up. You did one live stream on Periscope and you got 20,000 views for using a mermaid tail? It's time to suit the fuck up and get the fuck off Twitch. You quite literally are a fish in a fishbowl for 20,000 people to watch. What does that make me?
So I have a theory about mermaids. I am somebody that believes in mermaids. I think the term mermaid is kind of broad. I believe it's a future projection that we started seeing in mythology, but it's actually something that's going to happen in the future when a lot of our planet goes underwater.
Clearly, we're referring to global warming, climate change. So you're saying Disney World goes underwater, people want to go to Disney World, so humans develop fishtail. Because like there are legitimately people that like evolve to be able to successfully be underwater for a large amount of time. And obviously this was something this group of people developed over a long time of diving. I guess where I'm coming from is, when do we get fishtails? Where do we need to like start killing off humans so that we can start perpetuating this whole mermaid tail thing? Do we just like viciously eat raw fish? I mean, I assume we'd still breathe air, maybe with some genetic engineering. I'm reading too much into it probably.
If I was out diving, free diving in the ocean, and I saw a real fish person, I don't think I'd be that surprised.
I bet you would. You wouldn't at all be like, you are everything I pretend to be.
I think that I've been fantasizing about it for long enough that I would just be elated, but I'd probably just give them like a little, you go get after it.
See this? Costs more than your coral reef, bitch. I catch fish in my mouth. You know, I'm all about manifestation, right? You want that dream job, you willpower that shit into existence, baby. But fictional creatures, like, I feel like we should draw a line at, like, unicorns, mermaids, Jesus. I mean, he was real. He was a real person. God.
So in the mermaid world, there's a ton of different types of tails that you can get. A lot of people ask me, how much does a mermaid tail cost? Fabric tails are gonna set you back anywhere from $100 to $700.
So you are dropping $100 minimum. And that's not the least bit, like, damn. And that's the starting price. Like, we're scratching the surface.
A hybrid tail is around $2,000 to $3,000.
Hybrid of what? Should better be made out of spider goat string, whale cum, and solid steel, cause good fucking god. Who the fuck? It's a Snapchat story. It's not that deep. I know that. Why does she make the money she does? You know she has one of each, and she's got like 5 different colors of each brand. You know this bitch spends so much money on fishtails. How am I working a job at Five Guys and this bitch swims around in her swimming pool with a $3,000 fishtail on and is pulling in racks? What fishtail do I need to buy to get in on this shit?
And most major silicone tail makers charge around $4,000 to $10,000 for a full silicone tail.
That's a car. This is fuck you levels of money. I could buy two Toyota Corollas for the price of this fucking silicone tail.
Professional monofin built inside to give you that propulsion.
You're just making up fucking words now. Mono meaning one, fin meaning fin. It sounds so fucking professional, so fucking elegant. They're all monofins. Any tail that costs you more than $1,000 should be professional grade.
Being a mermaid can be very expensive.
No shit. And I see that rack. I see the rack. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter. I see that rack of tails. I see that cascade of far too expensive materials. Oh, I've got the lamest pop socket on. I apologize for anyone who had to see this before.
I created this little empire for myself. My mermaid freedive company attracts all kinds of different people and a lot of different demographics. And you can never be too old to come out in mermaid. And it's just amazing to see all of these different ages. Kids get to do stuff in the pool.
I don't like the way that sounded.
We do these really fun, intimate gatherings.
Why? It only got worse.
The pool training, they get in a mermaid tail for the first time.
Oh, now we call it a mermaid tail. It's only cool if it's the cost of a small mortgage. It's only a monofin if it costs more than my annual salary.
You can come out, get certified as a mermaid. A lot of these types of people are starting their own mermaid careers.
You need to make money for it to be a career, not be in debt.
And then when they heard that they could also learn to freedive, it just became this perfect world of let me go take all of my childhood dreams and have them all happen in one weekend.
My parents dropped $1,000 so I could swim in our pool. This is the definition of rich people shit.
It is so fun to see creators continue to create down this field of fish people and to see people living out all of these different things.
Mermaid Sex. She's talking about Mermaid Sex.
And it's actually that not everyone wears a mermaid tail. Some people identify as an orca whale, and some people identify as a tropical fish. So they're called mermaid tails.
No, they're called monotails, bitch. Learn about it.
So seeing this new age wave of mermaids and what we can create with it is really exciting, and I think that it has only just begun, and you are going to see a lot more in the mermaid world coming soon.
I bet we will see a lot more. Maybe it becomes a staple of like going to the beach. You look to your left, you see some surfers riding a wave. You look to your right, you see some dude waveboarding. Look out in front, and there it is, a school of tropical fish, orcas, whatever they happen to identify as. I think when you're dropping literal thousands of dollars on slabs of silicone, maybe you start to have a few ideas, and maybe they're not all the greatest, but you know what? More power to her, I guess. I don't know. It makes her happy. It makes her money. Who am I to fucking knock that shit? If you liked the video, subscribe, like, do something. If you didn't, move the fuck on. We don't need to talk to you. I don't even know anymore. Go away. This tail costs more than your pool. No shit, I'm a real mermaid.